Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at the 2019 LA Auto Show, and guess what? I'm doing this review for as much myself as I am for you guys, because this is it. This is the one and done 2020 BMW M2 CS. So let's talk a little bit about this M2. Remember, the M2 really slots in that perfect spot where all BMWs used to be. A car that was light, nimble, you received great feedback from it, but then also gave you some awesome performance. What's wonderful about the M2 CS is if you thought the M2 competition was where it was at the highest peak, this model though, they're only making 500 of them, and the biggest change is gonna be what's underneath the hood. Yes, it's the inline-6 twin turbocharged engine from the BMW M4, its bigger brother. So let's go ahead, dive into this 2020 BMW M2 CS and see why does it cost $100,000. Right off the bat, I'm loving this color. It reminds me of nitrous blue off of my old Ford Focus RS. Fits it to a T. Love the halo lighting, daytime running lamps, all LED, everything blacked out. We come down, here's gonna be some of those changes. So we have large open air intakes, just like on the M2 competition, but do you see this little guy down here? This lower lip spoiler, all carbon fiber, going to give us extra downforce and also allow more air to go into those openings. Now, as we come across the front, I'm calling this the butterfly grille. It's that iconic BMW kidney-shaped grille. Over time, it's kind of been stretched apart a little bit, but it still has that overall design, that kidney-shaped grille design. You can see the vertical slots, very slim, lots of open space, the M2 badge. When we say M, we're talking about motorsports. This car has tons of decades of race wins, championships, even 24 hours of Le Mans victories going into the technology of this M2 CS, one of only 500. Love the lower grille design, even down here on that portion that leads into the lower grille. Everything just really spot on with what BMW is doing. Now, when we go up onto the hood, this is a new piece of the puzzle just for the CS. This is a carbon fiber composite hood. It's half the weight of the M2 competition hood. You can see the functional heat extractors. I love the beautiful body lines that they put into this M2 CS. Let's go ahead around the bend and I'll show you some differences. When we come around the bend here, you can see that adaptive LED headlights. What does that mean? It means it's turning with the steering wheel. That's technology that goes all the way back to 1949 with the Tucker, if you've ever heard of that car. But feast your eyes on this color combo. We have this nice light gold. These are forged aluminum wheels. So forged is going to be lighter than cast, but stronger. Those rotors sit over 16 inches in diameter at all four corners. Two-piece, and you could also go with the optional, which this has the carbon ceramic brake package. That's Formula One technology that's trickled in to our street cars courtesy of this M2 CS. You're also getting that M adaptive suspension. So the dampers at all four corners are going to be able to adjust depending on what your driving situation is. But I love the color. Look at this large 6-piston caliper. It's ridiculous. It's as big as Burger King's crown for sure. With the M logo on it, I'm absolutely in love with this car. I want one of these. As we go down the fender, you do have a little bit of a fake vent. I am going to zonk it, but it is a tradition design element, the way it is molded in, that M2 badging. We go up onto the roof. Guess what? The roof is full carbon fiber. This is about 8 pounds lighter than a standard roof. So what that does is it lowers the center of gravity to give you not only a more rigid structure, but also a lighter one with that lower center of gravity. We got carbon fiber spilled onto those very, very Art Deco style side mirrors with the LED lighting. I love the belt line at M2. Really just great style. That little sill extension coming towards the rear, and probably one of my favorite parts is the way the rear end kind of flares out, and we're gonna focus on the rear tire setup, because remember, this is rear wheel drive. Another thing that's separating this from the competition are these guys right here, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. That's a track day specific tire, gonna be a little bit stickier. You're only gonna get, if you're gonna daily drive this car, you'll probably get about 10,000 miles at them, or less, depending on your driving habits, but you do have a little bit wider to get the traction to the ground, even 4-piston calipers. And those rotors, I'm telling you, get ready for Thanksgiving, because instead of plates, you could use the rotors off of an M2 CS. We continue towards the back. We have some carbon fiber up front. We have some carbon fiber out on the trunk. Nice high extension. I really like the design here. Pure wet weave. There's our M2 CS badge, LED lighting, and then one of my favorite parts of this car, besides the carbon fiber rear diffuser, which is unique to the CS, is the quad exhaust tips on this. But let's go ahead, pop the hood, and check out the power plant of the BMW M2 CS. All right, guys, there it is. Shoehorn, like I said, from the bigger brother, the M4. I love the wet weave carbon fiber front and bracing to stiffen up the front end, that BMW M Power. So what are we talking about? We're talking about an inline six, 3-liter twin turbocharged engine, 444 horsepower. I think my favorite part of the news of this car is you get your choice of a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed DCT, 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and just amazing to see all this technology in the smaller sibling. I do want to make a correction that the rotors are 15.7 inches up front and 15 out back, so very close to 16. Still definitely going to give you that ultimate braking capability, and you're going to need it, especially with the 444 horsepower. But why don't we go ahead? You can see, I don't know, before we check out the inside, look at the dry weave, like I told you, carbon fiber hood. There's your heat extractor. Love the actual look. Just from a car enthusiast standpoint, I could drool on this hood all day long. Half the weight of a standard M2 hood. Let's check out that interior and see what's different on the M2 CS. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 M2 CS. Love what's happening inside here. You could feel the extra specialness of this car. 1 of 500. Let's go to the door panels. Look at that Alcantara material, the red stitching, the nice leather on the armrest, and carbon fiber on the door handle pulls. Beautiful, just like from underneath the hood. This does have the Harman Kardon optional sound system. Nice aluminum speaker covers. As we come to the dash, soft material, Alcantara. You see this? Look at that. They put the CS into this material. Nicely done. You have your horizontal infotainment system. Of course, you're going to get Apple CarPlay and all that, but that is an extra choice. Remember, that's an extra cost with Apple CarPlay, but this does have navigation. You could use the touchscreen features, or you could use the BMW iDrive. Slim and trim on the radio controls, AC controls, dual climate, only heated seats, no ventilated seats. I'm gonna zonk it. It should have ventilated seats at this price point, especially because of how hot this car is performance-wise. We have a nice little cubby here for your phone. You slide that guy open. 2 cup holders and a 12-volt conveniently placed. We close it up, nice and clean. Alcantara, look at this. They spilled Alcantara all in here. The shift boot, this is really what I'm talking about. That 6-speed manual transmission, short throws, smooth as butter. I love this gearbox. There's no way in hell I'm getting a 7-speed DCT. This is it. BMW iDrive control, still that same easy to use. Even the handbrake. They give you the handbrake with the stitching, and then these seats, extra bolstering for extra performance. I love the motorsport colors, the M2 badge, the beautiful leather all the way down, and you can see the height of the bolstering on the side. The great news is it's still not too bad. I'm 6 feet tall. I got plenty of headroom to get my helmet on for my track day. Get on over to the business end. You got to see behind the Alcantara wrap steering wheel. All right, guys, we're sitting behind the wheel. You can see the electric assist, that M2 badging with the brushed aluminum CS. I love seeing those little touches. I think BMW and Subaru with the STI, they put those badges everywhere. But you have 2 memory controls at the base of the seat. Here's that bolstering I was telling you about. It's not too bad, I promise. Overall, feels great. Nice Alcantara wrap steering wheel. You got the M logo at the base. The steering wheel is heated with the crisscross pattern of those M Sport logos. Check out the dash. I like the way it's got the digital display, but it's housed by these bands to make it look like real gauges. All the information you can need and nothing you don't. This does have automatic rev match downshifting. Now the good news is that if you're good at heel toe downshifting and you got those twinkle toes, you could shut that off, because I'm telling you, pedal placement wise, perfectly placed to do that heel toe downshifting yourself, or like I said, the car can do it for you. But if these are the types of cars that I know that you want to see on Ready's Rides, these special 1 of 500, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ready's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Ready's Rides merch. Got to give it up to my wonderful wife, Lori, working that camera like a champ. She's getting every position of this M2, and guess what? We're gonna get her behind the wheel of an M2, so stay tuned for that. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.